to do. When you're all alone, any old night, and you're feeling out of tune, pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Underneath the bright, silvery light, you'll be feeling better soon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Look, look, look at the stars above, look, look, look at those sweeties love, oh boy, give me a night in June. I mean it, all you got to do, any old night, when you're feeling out of tune. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. When you make a date, any old night, gonna meet your sweetie soon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Underneath the bright, silvery light, that's the only place to spoon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Walk, walk, kissing and walk again, talk, talk, kissing and talk again, oh joy, sweethearts are all in tune. I mean it, when it's raining out, stay in a room, but on a lovely night in June, here's what to do, sweetie, and you just get out and get under the moon. If you're with a girl and she is cold, says she doesn't want her spoon, don't you feel blue? Here's what you do, just get out and get under the moon. If you feel a kiss and she gets sore, she'll forget it mighty soon. Don't stop to fret, she'll learn to pet when you get her under the moon. Indoors, there's not a thing to do. In-laws walk in and out on you. Oh boy, sister and brother too. I've tried it, just take my advice. If she is nice, nice as any night in June, just take her hand, she'll understand, and get out and get under the moon.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for attending Wednesday night live chat here at Honors Anonymous. How's everybody doing? We got James on the other side of the world.
What's up, everybody?
This is definitely going to be a fun night. We've got Tristan Pierce coming in that's saying hey. James, Mark, Jazika, and everybody I've missed that hadn't said hey yet.
Sorry, I'm adjusting some things here, so don't mind me.
Little adjustment of technology is always good. How's everybody doing tonight? Is everybody excited to hear about Tristan? This is going to be a definite interesting night. I've known Tristan for quite a while. He's a good kid, and I'm literally going to let him talk pretty much the whole time he's on. There's a couple of questions that I've got that he'll definitely send him talking, and James probably got some questions too. But
yeah, this is definitely going to be
for somebody as young as he is,
a good one.
yeah, most definitely. But how's everybody doing tonight? Everybody doing okay? Everybody staying safe here in Crazy Land? We had a really weird quick rainstorm today that just completely threw me off.
Yeah, we're getting hammered right now. Of course, you know, it's just a little bit though. It's not going to last very long, but it was pretty cool. We could actually see the rain was coming down so hard we watched it just go across the entire field, like right up to our cabin. I do apologize for my audio tonight. I am mobile right now, so I'm on vacation, and this is being done in a cabin currently.
How about that? Mobile technology.
Yeah. So I
See if I can
probably
click
won't
this
talk
thing.
much, mostly because I know my audio is going to be horrific, and I hate that. What is that?
That's my other phone going off.
Oh.
And now I'm trying to reach it desperately to shut it up.
I thought we had like entered into a Universal motion picture or something.
Hold on just a second. I know, right?
That's good, Jessica. Yeah, Tristan should be on probably give or take 10 minutes or so from now.
Okay, now I'm back. Sorry. Yes, my ringtone is actually the default one that came with the Samsung, and it literally sounds like I'm getting ready to go to Jurassic Park or some crap. I had to mute myself to try and I'm like just, oh my God, what a bunch of craziness. But now I'm trying to flip between literally 3 devices. Trying to make technology stop doing what it's doing. Who all here knows who Tristan Pierce is? Anybody? Anybody knows? Anybody met him? Anybody know him? Is it just me? Am I the crazy one? I'm the crazy one.
Well, I mean, I do now. But
I do now.
Yeah, he's a cool
crazy
dude.
Yeah, he's actually he is a very cool dude. It's not much better way you can say it. Yeah, Mark, if it's mobile technology in your hands, then all bets are off.
Non-mobile technology in your hands isn't very great.
But if it's a big ass coaster, then I trust you implicitly.
Exactly.
Exactamundos. So let's see what else is going on. Yeah, there's not a whole lot going on. HHN is doing their calls for auditions, so that apparently means that as it stands right now, HHN will be occurring in some form or fashion, but it's your guess as good as any that what the hell they're going to be doing.
Yeah, somebody said it was video auditions.
Yep, I saw that too, actually.
Interesting.
Which, I mean, it's clever. That's clever. I mean, at least they're trying,
Jessica said you need a secretary. I don't know if it was a question or a statement.
It could be both.
Because I would say yes to either.
Yes, I would say, God help me. Yeah, no shit. What else is going on? Yeah, this past few days have been just kind of wild because, we're supposed to have big storms here. We got nothing where I'm at in Florida, but what else going on?
Well, yeah, don't forget to ask you a random question, Mark. That's the important part. That random question. What's your favorite horror movie? What's your favorite type of ice cream?
And Tristan would totally tell you too.
They're all very significant. Is audio cutting out? I have no judge, so I don't know.
It's not for me.
Oh, rain's getting heavier.
Uh-oh.
Well, it very well could be Mark. We already.
Yeah, it could be Mark, actually. Is audio cutting out for anybody else? Legitimate question. I would say put Tiffany on to check, but then she's just utilizing the same bandwidth, and that may not be good.
Yeah.
2.1 Gertie watts in this. Anybody else having issues? Wait a minute. We all know it could be on my end. We spent 4 hours trying to fix my crap. Well, we're going to get you all set up, Mark. You're going to be awesome, dude.
All right, Jessica said it sounds good. All right, so it's you, Mark. Sorry, buddy. What's up, Jabby?
Jabby, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, we did. 11 minutes, you know. Some days it's early, some days it's late.
I try to space out my my vaping clown jokes.
Fix your Walmart Wi-Fi, Mark.
Going to try out the iPad. Yep, that seems to be the go-to.
Anybody know? The Gleason's back yet, or are they still Tennesseeing it up?
Are they in? Are they in with us?
I don't know. I can't monitor it like I normally do because I don't want to run another instance on my laptop.
Lest the hinges explode. Hey, Danny.
Hey, Danny. We've made it this far, and so I'm not complaining. 13 minutes on a live video on this Wi-Fi, so we're doing okay. And I didn't even share. Oh yeah, please guys, like and share the stream. Last time I'm gonna say it.
Smarsh.
So
yeah, share it quite a bit.
There's this woodpecker here, right? That in the area, and yesterday it was literally like, 'cause we're in a wood cabin. The thing was knocking on the side of the damn cabin yesterday. So I'm like, what the hell's going on? I go and look out the window. I can see the woodpecker. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So they started doing it like 7 o'clock this morning.
So it's trying to peck a hole into the wall of your cabin?
Yeah.
That could not be good. But to each their own.
Jabby, you're gonna release a shirt to anger people who are easily triggered. Well, you know, that's never a good idea, but I guess in your line of work it could be.
Oh, there's Pat. Hey, Pat.
Hey, Pat.
How's vacation? This vacation could.
Yeah, and I'm sorry that the stream is a little jittery. That's why I'm kind of refraining from doing any type of video on it right now. We're really pushing this Wi-Fi right now, so.
Well, it's just gonna have to be said again. You can only do so much time travel with 2.1 Gertie watts. So much time traveling.
Yeah. Super, super thrilled with that woodpecker.
I mean, for the most part, I mean, to me, it's doing pretty good. Your Wi-Fi is.
Yeah, I mean that's wonderful. It sounds like the weather is picking up outside.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Well, I will say this. Well, I guess I couldn't really do that. I would say I could just go on to if it. Ooh, actually, was that thunder?
Yes, it was.
Yay! We have spooky sound effects.
Actual thunder. So there's a production value you just don't get anywhere else.
I watched I'm not sure now, I'm gonna screw the name up, but last night I think it was called Every Other Day is Halloween, and it was about Count Gore Duvall, and it was actually really good. If anybody gets a chance, watch it. It was actually I've known about Count Gore Duvall, but it was kind of cool to learn the history and stuff.
What was this on?
It was on Amazon Prime. I think it was called Every Other Day is Halloween. I guess I could not be lazy and look it up. It was actually really good. It was done in 2009. Wait a minute. Wait. I saw Jabby said something and I completely put the...
For $5 a day, you can make sure that MD and James get a 3.0 Gertie.
Uh-oh, there's Tiffany. Uh-oh, somebody put some more banana peels in Mr. Fusion.
Oh, God. You know what? She might be on data, though, so I don't know. She might just be on our cell.
Oh, wow. The woodpecker woke up Tiffany.
Yeah. She's the deaf one in the house, so... He's a feisty little dude, though. It's so weird to be at Hershey Park and there's literally no one here. There's all of these cabins up here, and we're the only people in any cabins at all.
Really?
Yeah. And there's probably 10 people like across the whole park that are in like travel trailers and buses. It's pretty insane. But Hershey Park doesn't open until like July anyway, mid-July.
Oh, wow.
Just waiting on Tristan now.
Uh-oh, that's right. He's a little late, ain't you?
Yeah. Who wants a banana peel? I'm yellow for a reason. Oh, God. Only 2 other people at the pool all day. Yeah, I was not one of them. It is actually pretty spooky and awesome. I love the logic they have, though. So if you're at the pool, on the deck, not in the pool, you have to wear your face mask. If you put a leg in the pool and you're sitting on the deck, you don't need to wear the face mask. Somehow, just touching the water makes things safer for everybody around you.
Well, you know, magic liquids. and the magic properties of magic liquids.
Yeah, I saw Disneyland said July like 9th or something. Still crazy they're gonna miss out on the whole 4th of July.
Yeah, I'm seeing more and more people just in general saying that fireworks are going to be off.
Even though everywhere pretty much is reporting like spikes in numbers right now, like massive spikes.
Yeah, actually, I saw a thing that they're basically saying we are in the second wave of the first. What they call it, the second coming of the first wave, or I don't know what the hell, but.
Who's up for round 2?
Yeah, I mean, who's up for, well, we're not even in round 2.
1.5.
Like they're even we're at 1.5 pandemic Gertie watts. I can't even make a good one on that one. That's oh well. But anyway, I'm just gonna stay right here with my crazy neighbors.
I went into my first grocery store yesterday.
Oh my God.
With the mask and everything. That was fun. I know why I don't do that, because I almost died.
Yeah.
This is the first store I've been in like 2 months. Huh?
Wait, what did I just say? Oh, were you in there very long?
No, we only had to get a couple things, just stuff that we forgot. I love the fact that you literally forgot what you said 6 seconds after you said it.
It's go ahead, Mark, say it. It's because I'm getting old. Second wave of the first mutation. No, actually, there's quite a few of mutations of the virus right now. We're just in I don't even know. It's whatever. I'm just gonna stay my ass here.
Yeah, for sure.
There you go. That's true. That's true, Tiffany. Yes. There you go. I did see, not to tell everybody else's business, I did see the excessive amount of s'mores components that very upset me because I wasn't there to eat them all before they were even cooked. Because I would shove s'mores components in my face because like I'm too lazy to cook them.
Yeah, they were pretty fantastic, actually. If I do say so myself.
It looked good.
Let's see if I can get... Tristan on.
What time is it where Tristan's at? Is it my time?
Tennessee is central, I believe. Parts of Tennessee are, I think, though. I don't know.
What time did you tell him?
9:15.
Yeah, see, he may think it's 9:15 Central.
Well, in that case, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Fucking time zones, man.
I bet you that's what it is, though.
All right, well, I sent him a message just to see. I know it takes him a while to get him, so. I don't know. I feel like Gatlinburg, though, is still Eastern time.
Really? Well, I guess we can always, because I'd be willing to bet you that may be it. Because Tristan is usually pretty punctual.
He's typing right now. So.
I actually love pink lemonade. Tiffany, I'm so glad that the s'mores are great because it looks like y'all were having a blast. It looks like y'all are having a blast in general. And I haven't had for real s'mores. I will go and get like s'mores Pop-Tarts and then be disappointed. But I really want something that says s'mores on it, so I'll get s'mores Pop-Tarts, and I cook the unholy bejesus out of them. And
we gotta try the thing everybody keeps posting.
what? Wait, what?
All right. Looks like.
Wait, you say Tristan was?
He was texting me back. It looks like we have a change of plans because apparently he is very sick right now.
Oh no! Oh no! Hope he's feeling okay. I mean, he doesn't have the Rona, does he?
No, I don't believe so.
Because that would concern me a lot if he did.
And I hope we didn't just lose the live either because my video just went away on the screen.
Folks, that's it for the evening. Thanks for tuning in. Please leave your 3D glasses in the container at the door. We'll burn them later. Moist. Oh God, is everybody still with us? Is there still video? Can you still hit? The sounded a lot better in my head. Oh, SpaghettiOs. What? I don't even know.
I mean, it still says we're live, so.
Well, there's still stuff.
Yeah, Jessica said they're still there.
Mark, video. Yeah, Mark said we're still here too.
Okay, cool. All right, so yeah.
And if Mark says it, then you know it's got to be true because you know.
Where is Lee at? Maybe we can get Lee on. Let's see. Let me finish this message to him real quick. Okay. So yeah, he's sick, so he is not gonna be able to make it on tonight. He's gonna try and reschedule with us for another evening.
That's cool.
Okay.
Sorry about that, folks. Tristan is sick, just like Dan said, so get off our backs about it.
Yeah, relax, jeez.
Because we're mobile. We got gerbils making internet now. God. Which is, there's a different kind of heat up here. It's rough, kind of humid. It can be, God, Tiffany. Wait a minute. It can be 75 and feel like 90. I don't know. I don't even know. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Jessica. That will happen now and again.
Yep.
I think Tristan's the first. Well, no, Lee actually did it first. Lee was supposed to be on a Friday night. She completely bailed. It's story time with MD. You know, we could do that. Three little piggies went to the market. Meow, 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 meow. That's my whole story. Leave me alone. And I sang it. I'm kidding.
It was hot here today, by the way.
Oh, God. Dude. This heat. I don't know what the hell's going on. If, I don't know, somebody left the oven open in the middle of the earth or what the hell ever, but I'm already tired of it. So we can talk about Friday night format again. Friday night's format is changing a wee bit. Still everything you know and love. I think we have come to the conclusion that Storytime with MD, I bet he has a lot of stories. Dude, you just don't know. I could talk on for hours. Lee nails on us constantly. To beg you pardon, Mark. Well, this is Wednesday. This is Wednesday night, bro. Not Friday. That's supposed to be Bales, but Nails works too for you. her son would read this and he'd beat your ass. I mean, we would have a outright fight. Let's see what stories. You have to point me in a direction because I've told the story about Willie.
How about one of your your adventures and management?
Oh, let's see. Did I tell you all the story about the girl that called the police because she said she got hit with one of the chainsaws at the haunt? That was, yeah. There was a girl. So chainsaws. I'm getting tired of chainsaws. Let me just go ahead and say, I mean, I know that they are a staple and all that stuff, but there's just things that are being overdone. But we had some chainsaw folks, and they were trained very well with them. Of course, no chains and all that stuff. Very loud. And these were some taller guys. They're about 6 foot, and they knew don't bring the chainsaws below your own neck unless you know that you've got a clear room around you. And so it was 100%. We knew that this story was false. But anyway, so apparently some girl went through the haunt, and the guy with the chainsaw came up to me and said, and of course, all of them call me Dawson. Dawson, this girl, she's freaking out. She kept jumping up trying to grab the chainsaw, and I was holding it as high as I could. And she jumped up high enough, and she cracked herself in the skull with it. I was like, oh, sweet. Okay. Well, nobody's come up to the front. Well, lo and behold, she left with her friends, the haunt, went to the police station, which was way the hell on downtown. It's a good 15, 17-minute drive. Showed them that she had a big old knot on her head and said that she was accosted at this haunt, blah, blah, blah. The police came with this girl, and the owners, I happened to be out in front. I saw the two cruisers and police officers. I said, can I help you? And they were nice but stern. They said, we need to talk to whoever owns this place here. And I said, all right, give me just a minute. And they said, well, who are you? I did not know what was going on, so I stood there, and the owners didn't know what had happened. And so they're like, yeah, this girl says that one of your guys in there has a chainsaw or something. They're like, you got chainsaws in there? And that the guy went and whacked her in the head with it. And I said, if I may, because the two owners were like, what the? Because they both looked at me like, what the? And I said, no. I said, so-and-so with so-and-so chainsaw came right up to me and told me what happened. And the girl actually didn't get hit with it, that she kept jumping, trying to grab it out of his hand, and in the process actually hit her head on the motor part of it. You know, didn't cut her or anything, just whacked her. and the owners looked at me like, you know, gave me that look like, yeah, you would know everything that's going on here. I'm like, well, that's the hell what I'm here for. And the police officer said, yeah. They're like, yeah, her and her friends kept kind of changing the story, all this stuff, so we believe you, and they took off. Totally Tiffany. I did FMA. quite rocky hard. And then we had stories about people knocking down walls that were reinforced, and you have to stop the haunt because you got to fix the wall, and people literally not peeing themselves but deciding they just need to pee in the haunt. And
it's quality.
Yeah, just like literally just like da-da. Then of course I always found in the parking lot condoms in the parking lot. It's like, you know, if you're so hard up for a place to do all this mess that you got to do it in the parking lot of a haunt in Myrtle Grove, then we'll just take some cash out of the door and get you a room.
Yeah, people suck.
Hey 13, what's up?
Hey 13.
Well, they were doing more than that. But hey 13, now that you just came in, we have some on Friday night. 13, we have some unfortunate news. We just found out about 10 or 15 minutes ago that Tristan is sick. He will not be with us tonight. So we apologize directly to you since you just came in. But our amazing Tristan Pierce will not be with us tonight. James has made sure that he does not have pandemicness around him. It's just a Tristan thing. So we apologize. It's apparently story time, and you just missed one. I just have the coolest stories ever or some crap. I'll tell you. I'll give you one. I'll give you a story about my house. Since we all know 115 years old, it was built onto a couple of times as a family. Got bigger and all that stuff, but and everybody will be able to correlate these stories once I start doing video and pictures and stuff like that. But back in the 40s, I believe in the late 40s, come through here. I cannot ever remember the name of it. I don't think it was Camille. That was after that. But there was a huge hurricane that came through Pensacola and the surrounding areas. Yeah, we are too, 13. He'll be all right. We'll check on him. We'll get him back here. But this huge hurricane left a huge boat in my front yard, like a huge wooden boat, like big. And my family were shipbuilders. They were plumbers, electricians, and all that stuff. That Sanders Beach was everybody. That Sanders Beach, basically, everybody lived at Sanders Beach. That's why they call us the Bio Chico Rats, because we're the ones that helped build Pensacola, because everybody lived here. Didn't have no money, a lot of beer, but we helped build Pensacola. So left this huge boat in the front yard of my house, and the water rose up quite a bit, actually to the wainscoting of my house. So about waist high inside my house. Well, my great grandfather, back in the day, what you would do is like, oh, well, there's a big ass boat in the yard. You would put it in the paper, and it listed in the paper, and so there's a boat. Nobody, it's got this, and if you can, tell us this, and this, it's your boat. Come get it out of the yard. And I'm talking a big boat. This is not like we're talking like this thing was huge, a huge wooden boat.
Was it called Diversity?
Well, no. Was that a joke?
Yeah.
Did I miss it?
Yeah.
I don't know what.
The Anchorman movie. Diversity is a large wooden ship.
Oh. Okay, sorry. Yep, that totally threw me off. Getting old. God, I gotta watch that again now. But so the listing in the paper is, like I said, mid to late 40s for 30 days. Well, after 30 days, the rule of thumb was, and the law was, if nobody claimed it, it was yours. Well, my family, they didn't need a boat, and it did have some damage to it. So they actually completely and utterly dismantled the boat for all the wood. And a huge addition to the house actually was built from that boat. And there was a beautiful cabinet that was in the boat, ornate, beautiful. There's an actual a kind of an inlaid plaque at the top that was in the boat that they wanted to keep. They sold off other parts of it. Some of it wasn't salvageable. Well, that cabinet I actually have in my kitchen. So the cabinet, there was and we think it may have been a liquor cabinet. It's a big cabinet. So anyway, that's my story about part of the house. Part of my house was built from a abandoned wooden boat. So now that I shut up for a minute, Mark said had a guy at Safari Trucks that got out a vehicle by Lions who decided that was a good place to relieve himself. Oh,
okay, obviously.
Yay. Jabby says, remember this one time this one girl kept pulling my hair, and some of it actually got pulled out of my mask, and it pissed me off, so I very lightly pulled her hair, and her dad laughed, but she overreacted and had a panic attack. Jabby, that's like every day at any Walmart in the United States. Yeah. Great story.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Alan. Jessica says, I had a girl Terry to shove me in the chest, and I growled quite loudly, no touching, and that scared her so bad she jumped back and fell in one of the prop boxes. Once again, that happens at every Walmart. We
tried to say I shoved her. Yep. Fucking people, man.
Totally. I'd be like, totally shove whoever the hell you want. James, what kind of stories you got in your HHN days?
Well, there was a lot of people yelling, because part of my job was to, as people were looking at the rat lady and everything, it was our job to keep them away from getting, touching, banging on it, and scaring people at the same time. So it was like a big scary bouncer. And when people get drunk at HHN, no, not pointing fingers at anybody named Mark or anything, because
or
Mark knows how to handle his business. But yeah, when they get completely wasted and get really confrontational, they would come up, and they'd lean on the casket and everything. We'd start yelling at them, and we'd run around and start banging stuff. And there was a number of times where I would scare somebody's girlfriend, and the girl would like get all pissy, and then her boyfriend was catching attitude. So the other guy that was with me, his name was Jared, we would always like go back and forth with these people and just continually yell at them, and just completely embarrass them like as much as possible until the managers in the area would come and like escort them away. There was a lot of that. A lot of people do not enjoy being yelled at. Yeah, Tristan got sick, so he had to reschedule, unfortunately.
And that happens. He's got a lot on his plate. So I'd be one to bet you, knowing him, it's his nerves that have now translated to him getting sick. Knowing him well enough, he's probably really pushing himself to be sure everybody is safe at the place he works.
There was Halloween night when back in the day anyway. Halloween night used to be fairly dead for Halloween Horror Nights. So there was it was my first set of the night, so it was still pretty much daylight out. There was not a whole lot of people out there, but there was this little kid with his parents, and I guess they came around the corner and he didn't see me, and I scared the kid. And he started backing up, and just slowly backing up, and so I just sprinted off right at him, and I chased him from where I was in the midway, like probably halfway to the middle of Springfield, which at the time wasn't really completely Springfield yet. They were still building it, but I completely abandoned my post, and I got so many high fives on my way back from that kid's parents. It was hilarious.
I did use the every once in a while I would get at the haunt that I manage, designed, everything else. If they weren't calling me Dawson, they'd call me Ringmaster, because I did have a megaphone. And I used it every damn where. And I was also crowd control, and I joked around with people out there. And every once in a while, I would have people ask me, you're not scary, you're not in costume. And I would use the old Addams Family line. I'm like, this is my costume. They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, I'm a homicidal maniac. I'm dressed like everybody else. Or I look just like everybody else. Some people got it, some people didn't. I would take it and put it on the siren mode and go behind girls in their little teenage girls and their teenage boyfriends that are out for the night because the parents didn't know they were there, and I'd scare the bejesus out of them with that. That was always fun. But I never dressed up because there had to be one person out of costume in case somebody was extremely freaked out and we needed somebody that would be able to go up to them. So I would always, plus I was done. I've told this story before too. I was basically done with, I did my time in makeup and masks and everything. Maskuses. Ooh, yes. And my maskuses. But we needed somebody to be, and if the police had to show up or if I had to talk to the police, they don't really want that. We did. Oh God, we had. Oh, here we go. Here's a quick story. We had a off-duty cop, cruiser and all, who did not know what the hell he was getting into. Super ultra mega nice dude. Oh Jesus! And they told him, yeah, you'll make some good money. And it's like a haunted attraction. He's like, what the hell is that? And he gets there, and we're like, yeah, this is it. You want to walk through just in case, so you'll know if we have to get you through. I said we've got magic passageways, so we don't have to go through the whole thing. If I have to get you here, get you there, whatever. Same thing with ambulance, whatever. I always made sure that, even though it's an outdoor haunt, that everything was designed to be extremely accessible. Straight shots. So I always made 2 straight shots from front to back, left corridor, right corridor. So if we had an issue all the way back, the guy walked through. Oh my God! This officer, when everybody started showing up when they were dressed, he looked like he turned as white as a ghost. So he's like, I don't know what's going on. Well, guess who literally was deathly afraid of clowns, like Freaky McDeaky. No clowns, thank you, sir. The officer, and didn't know this. And one of the clowns came out to work the crowd. I had him come out. And dude, that officer was out of his cruiser and was thusly back in his cruiser within about a 1/10 of a second. You could hear all the doors locking. He was like ready to go. He's like, So I basically had the clowns that we had. I'm like, oh, we're totally gonna do this. I had all the clowns surrounding him in his cruiser. He just sat there revving the engine, trying to get them to go away. Ooh,
find the weakness and exploit it.
Oh yeah, but you know what? At the end of the night, he was laughing, and the clowns kept running after him, and oh my God, he had a blast. Ellen has a story. I have a story. I never went to HHN in my life. Is that a story?
She's never been. No. She was always on grandchild duty.
Oh, well, you're gonna have to go at some point.
Jessica wants to know. Yeah, she's not really a big scary type person, which is funny to me. given me, Jessica wants to know what's your
biggest code yellow?
Biggest code. Mine personally is probably that kid. We didn't really have many situations there because the streets were so crowded and everything. You wouldn't really know. Like, there was just too much action out in the streets. The kid was definitely one of my most fun. And also, just to finish on the Halloween Horror Night part of this, Halloween Horror Night on Halloween, as far as being an actor, is 100% probably the top 2 nights that you're gonna get like the most amped up from the cast, because when you're not on set, everybody's like, it's Halloween, so everybody's in a good mood. So that in the final night, if you want a final night, like if you go on a final night, everybody is amped up beyond belief. Like, it's just insanity. So Halloween and the final night were definitely the two biggest nights when people get crazy, because you can do more stuff. They're not nearly as strict with what you can do on the final night, so that one's always fun. And now you can go ahead with your code yellow.
Oh, we had plenty. The one that got me laughing the most, we had two couples, two girls, two guys, teenagers, had to be 19, something like that. And the one girl came running out and literally dropped to her knees, and she had apparently been just peeing herself the whole time through, and was continuing to pee on herself. And her friend came out screaming, saw her on the ground, dry as a bone, and saw that she had just peed all over the place. And she was like, "Why are you peeing? Why are you peeing? Why are you peeing?" And some of the actors were coming out following him because apparently they really were screaming a lot. Came out, scared the friend. She started peeing right there in the front. She was gone through the whole haunt. And then the two boyfriends came out laughing and screaming, and came out and saw their girlfriends on the ground, and was like, why y'all on the ground? And came to the front and just saw the two of them just sitting there, just like literally gallons of pee, just nonstop.
Gallons.
Started laughing at gallons of it. You know, you just pee a little bit. No, that was just, you could tell that it was a continuous peeing action, like right there. And so I was on my bullhorn, just maybe about 5 or 6 feet away from him. And I started going like, y'all are getting my dirt wet on the bullhorn.
Nice.
Just matter of fact, y'all are getting my dirt wet. And the boyfriends were looking at me like, "Oh, we're sorry, sir." I'm like, your girlfriends are getting the wetness all over my clean dirt. And the line, it was about 150 people in line, were just dying laughing. The girls were still screaming. They finally got literally, they thought I was being serious. Like they were going to get in trouble because their girlfriends were peeing all over this dirt, which they even weren't. They were peeing on themselves. And they picked them up and they're like, okay, we're going to take them out. I'm like, I'm kidding, right? It's just, this is all fun. I'm just kidding. Then when they got them standing up, they noticed exactly how wet they were and proceeded to tell them in front of the whole crowd, "Well, you're not getting in the car." Like, and they started screaming at them, and they're like, "You're not getting in the car with pee all over yourself." They kind of walked to after that, I was like, we were done with them. That was probably, I guess you kind of had to be there. Here's a little bit of a secret. When I did this with these folks moons ago in a completely different location, there is video on YouTube of me being the ringmaster, making fun of people coming out of this haunt as they scream. And I'm just sitting there making no bones about making fun of them. There's part of the videos, there's some girls that come out and they're like flipping over each other trying to get out. All the candy they had accumulated in their pockets during the night comes flying all over the dirt. And I'm just going like, "You're getting candy all over. Your candy, you've lost your candy." Maybe one day I'll have James post that link. Y'all can see the videos. But I'm apparently an a-hole when it comes to my megaphone and being the ringmaster. Let me shut up for a minute and see what's going on here. Danny said I went to HHN on Halloween night one year and I was afraid it was going to be super half-assed, but it was actually amped up, amazing. Like everyone was super hyped up. I've been to HHN on several Halloween nights. Mark, yes. Leslie, yes. James won't take his own mother to go to HHN.
She doesn't want to go this year. She wants to go to Orlando. She doesn't want to go to Halloween Horror Nights. She knows. Trust me.
Yeah, it's it's pandemic, Mark. So
Yep.
13. Glad you're liking the stories. Got plenty of them. Jabby's got a story. Let me pre-read it before I say it out loud because Friday night maybe.
It looked okay. It looked all right. I scanned it.
I saw the word brat as bra, and that kind of worried me. One girl was being the biggest brat. Once I scared her, she ran back to her mom's truck, but her mom told me to go ahead and get in with her, and the mom locked the doors from the outside. Okay, then. So that was a fun 30 minutes of scaring them. You just get way up
Damn clowns.
Personal, damn it. Yes, Ellen. You were going to go with James to 13 Skeletons Place so that we may see all the things.
Oh yeah, no, we're definitely going. For sure.
I'm trying to think if there was an easy way to send you the videos of the original me doing the Ringmaster stuff years ago. I decided to keep online. Everything else I took down. Because...
Let's keep it, and then let's play it on Friday. We'll live stream it Friday. How about that?
Can talk about it. Okay.
And then we can do commentary on it too. So
that's right. Because then you'll be on you're back to your 2.1 Gertie watts of power.
Yeah. We can do all the things.
Or yours is actually 1,000 Gertie watts of power. We can do all the things.
Yeah.
So I guess I have been doing this for quite a while. Actually, I'm on my third megaphone. I tend to go through megaphones, because I use the heck out of them. But I will say that up until, a few years before I left, the crew that we had was exceptionally good at what they did. They were very much into it, and they enjoyed it quite a bit, as did I. And there was all kinds of tinkies and poo-pooies and screamies and throwy-uppies and needing of ambulances and their oxygen tankies, and and this was a very makeshift haunt up until a few years before. Ooh, that's stories too. But hey, Tara, just to let you know, Tristan is sick. We do not have him on this evening, so we do apologize. But if we did, you would have missed half the stories. So come earlier next time.
Yeah, 13. I'm definitely gonna get a hold of you before we go up there, like within a day or two of us heading your way. I actually did MapQuest it, and you are only 2.5 hours from where I live, so super easy day trip.
I am thoroughly looking forward to the live streaming to that.
Yeah, we're gonna do a walk around, I guess, if he's up for it, on the stream.
I think that's gonna be super cool. I know that I'm gonna be live streaming as much as I can while I do my stuff. I think this is. I really, if we just go completely for full circle here, I think this is going to be a brilliant year for home haunters.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I really do. The more I'm seeing, in all the places I look on the internet webs and on Facebook. Unfortunately, I really think this is going to be a not so great year for professional haunts. But I think it's going to be a stellar year for home haunts. Oh, Jabby's got another story pre-reading it because I see water gun. I used to have water gun. It was filled with holy water, and I would yell, "You dirty sinners and dirty sluts," and spray them with the water to wash away the sins. That didn't last long. That didn't last long. Da, 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 da. It makes all the difference.
Mark, you seem to be confusing me with you. I'm more than capable of streaming.
I'm pretty sure that, Mark, that James could go home and stream this at like 8K Gertie bits, and your phone would set aflame.
Especially that phone, Jesus.
We got to rag Mark. We love Mark. We got to rag Mark a little bit. What's your gnarliest wound that happened while haunting? That's from Jessica. I refuse to get hurt working at managing, thusly whatnotting a haunt. I refuse. I will not let it happen. Don't care if you do it. If you jab yourself with a damn nail, well, you know what? That's what hydrogen peroxide is for. So I don't have any stories like that. Does James have any stories like that?
I smashed my hand in the coffin cart from Halloween Horror Nights. It wasn't bad though. I mean, wasn't terrible. I was never really in a place where I'm ever gonna be hurt, even as far as being punched and stuff goes. Nothing really. I mean, some probably like cuts and bruises and such, just from random stuff. But I've never been like straight up knocked out from somebody getting scared or anything.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, we have people that scarers, they got damaged. I always said, you get damaged tonight? Yeah, I got damaged tonight. Oh, look at me. Look at like a knot on my head. Ooh, I had a lot of fun. I'm like, okay, well, here, take a slice of pizza and just get away from me.
I mean, if anything, it was probably all the alcohol it takes to get the airbrush off from, coming off set at the end of the night. Just scrub your face off. So that always felt really nice.
Getting a concussion is not a good idea. Not bleeding is a good thing, though, but getting a concussion.
Just glad we don't hear 100 pounds of ice or the frogs tonight. You've got 2 weeks of not hearing the ice. Calm yourself. It's coming.
I'll give you, here you go. Speaking of I'll give you another story. This only happened 1 year because I didn't really think about it, but the place I managed, designed, yada, yada, yada. We did use some kids. They were well-mannered kids. Like, these kids held their own. I had stories about, some of the kids and some of the shenanigans. Well, this 1 year, the mother of one of the owners, brilliant woman, absolutely brilliant woman. I'll just say she worked somewhere where she could get an enormous amount of Little Debbie products. An enormous amount of Little Debbie products. Oh, my God. And I didn't find out for hours that she had gotten a red wagon and literally filled it with the boxes and boxes and boxes of Little Debbies. And literally, it was a free-for-all for everybody in the haunt, including these kids. They were just jacking themselves up on sugar. Holy crap. And this went on for about 2 hours before I found out. And I was like, because I wasn't able to do one of my walkthroughs, which I would do behind a crowd. And I'm like, what are all these plastic things all over the damn dirt? And so I was like, this is nasty. I'm picking it up. I'm like, well, this is Little Debbie's. I'm like, how many customers are taking Little Debbie's to this haunt and snacking while they're going through? And I would start going to the things, and this is no joke. It's like out of I don't know, a movie. There were kids that were so jazzed out of their damn minds. Their pupils were huge, and their faces were covered in an assortment of Little Debbie products, plastic wrappers all over the scene. And I'm like, what's going on here? And they're literally we're getting all these Little Debbie products and it's so awesome. I'm like, oh my God, what the hell's wrong with you? What is going on with you? Drink some water. Get away from me. Get away from me, because for one, you're a kid and you're full of Little Debbie products and it's getting all over me. So I'd go to the next scene, all adults. It was all adults. And it's the same damn thing. There's plastic wrappers all over the place. Their pupils were huge. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? We're full of Little Debbie products. We're having a great time. Arr, arr. I'm like, okay. Well, I guess this is just a common theme in every scene of this damn haunt. And sure as hell, The next day when we went through, I am telling you, it was like some sort of weird apocalypse, because and all these people had to eat was Little Debbie products, because there was boxes and empty boxes and all that, and everybody was so cracked out of their minds from the sugar. It was funny and kind of scary at the same time. There's another story about that. So I had to tell the woman, I don't say her name, but I said, "Hey, holy crap, I found out you were like carting around half tons worth of Little Debbie all night to the kids and stuff." She's like, "Yeah."
He's a dealer?
Well, yeah, I'm like, for one, I don't recall me getting any. And that's the biggest issue here. And I said, we may need to ration them, because there was some kids that were jacked out of their minds. And it's funny enough, because some of the smaller kids, like a couple hours after that, they crashed, and they were just, I started getting reports of people like, there's some kids that are either asleep or dead in the back of your house. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, it could be either right now. We don't know.
And so, and the thing is, like, their parents actually worked there in another scene. It's just, we trusted. It was the only time we tried. And I had to get on the horn, and I'm like, so-and-so, and I would tell them, I said, I'm pretty sure your kid's back here dead. So if you come get him, because I'm not touching this dead kid. And I mean, literally, owners showing up is like, who's dead? Who the hell's dead? Whose kid's dead? I'm like, I don't know who the hell's that right there. And I mean, I knew who it was, but and they're like, oh my God, what's going on? And I said, well, they're either dead or jacked out of their minds on sugar. I said, but I'm not touching that kid. I don't touch these kids. That's fine. They're in a big old bundle of hay. They're cool. They just scoop them up and put them somewhere else. I don't care. Or just brush them underneath one of the Lamar sign walls. I don't care. I was really mean, but I was mean in a nice way, because everybody knew I was, being nice. But I wasn't going to touch this child that was covered in Little Debbie's and ants. And nobody got that one. That's okay. I'm sorry. I'm just yapping to myself.
I'm reading some stuff here. Mark split his.
Oh, Mark's.
Yeah. Go ahead, read, because I don't want to talk anymore. My mic sucks right now, so.
No, actually, you sound really good.
Does it? All right. Like I said, dude, after that one time, it pissed me off. I'm like, I can't wait to not be using this laptop. Be back on my normal computer. The hinge scenario.
Jessica had another concussion once. Oh, wait a minute, that's the same one. I'm sorry, I'm reading the same one over.
Didn't bleed though.
Didn't bleed.
So that's good.
So Jabby said, when I worked at Phobia, I used to throw myself on the ground, which was rocks, just to scare people about me grabbing their ankles. Once again, that's another normal scenario at Walmart, but I'm glad Jabby has it. Yes, Jessica, it was a sugar high faux show.
We're happy you didn't touch the kids.
Trust me, yeah, because I just don't. Kids are cool and all, but I'm like, hey, look at the kids, look at that stuff, but I'm not one to hold a baby, because I guess the fragility of it. But then when you have kids, and you have to kind of know that these kids were really kind of funny, and they were cool. I mean, I joked around with them all the time, but here's the deal. These kids were dressed in thrift store clothing, because they were going to get dirty. So they looked creepy to begin with, because the clothes didn't fit them to begin with. They were covered in fake blood. They were covered in fake blood. They were covered in melty makeup because they were sweating. They were covered in Little Debbie products. Their eyes were completely dilated, and they were just like literally jacked up on the floor. Like literally, they just decided to just crumple up, and there you go. So here's some melty child with fake blood and Little Debbie and creepy clothing. I'm not touching that. I'm not touching it.
Mark
It's not my kid.
Come hold my baby.
No, There's none of that. I'll look at here. Oh, look at that baby over there. That's nice. You keep it over there. I don't hold babies. Yeah, some kids are, but like I said, when you just have a gaggle of them and they're just, it's like some weird Willy Wonka children of the corn crap going on. I'm not. You just come get your kid. You come get your dead looking kid from concrete floor of the back of this haunt. Concrete pad. It wasn't really indoors, and they've been rolling around in hay. So it just, I don't know. It's like if your kid looks like it's literally some reason just came from a back alley after doing meth with a clown, you can have it. I don't want it. It's just no.
But at the same time, you gave those kids the opportunity to like have a lifetime of haunt love in their life, because that's how I got my start was when I was a kid doing the hay rides and at the local feed store, and that hooked me right there. It's like I'd always loved them since then. Like that was my kick start was as a child working the haunted hay rides.
And I will say that all these kids that did this, it literally is, they cry, and you know, of course, everything I'm saying, I'm joking. I'm still not going to touch these damn kids rolling around in the dirt. But beforehand, I made sure they were cool. I always checked on them while they were there. And of course, you know, if there was some kid jacked up, I would pick them up and I put them somewhere I can't carry them through the whole haunt, because then I will end up being the one that trips and impales them on something because I only got one good eye.
Sorry, your kid's in the back there. He got a pitchfork through his leg. I don't know what happened.
He should have come and got him when I told you about it. But no, all these kids, and I always high-fived them afterwards if they weren't jacked up on sugar or caffeine, by the way, because that was the other thing that would happen I didn't know about. Kids were being liquored up with Coca-Cola and Pepsi instead of water. And you'd have
I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew, Chip.
Yeah, there's a kid on top of that 10-foot wall. I don't know if it's, oh my God, where? Oh my God, what did the place look like? Oh, it had like, you know, coffins and stuff. I'm like, that's half the damn haunt. Could you be more specific? Oh my God. And I have to get on the horn. It's like somebody's kids crawling up on the damn walls. Somebody please, God, just what the hell? But and at the end of the night, high fives and everything else. And of course, they loved it. At the last night when I would do my Y'all Rock speech, the big one, because I did one every night, like half these kids were crying, like they didn't understand why they weren't doing it the next night, and we had to explain it. And it was really cool. I mean, you hate that they were crying, but they were crying because they really did not want it to end. None of us wanted it to end. You know, we all wanted to come back the next night.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you grab them up and like, hey, look, you know, Halloween's every day. You can dress up every day. You can come help out. You know, but you know, it's the season's ending. We can't do it like all the time. You know, you just talk, and they'd still cry. And you felt sad but accomplished and happy all at the same time, because this kid's crying about not being able to come back tomorrow night, and it's, you know, and that was always cool.
Danny.
So yeah, all these.
I want to get her comment because I can't scroll up on this thing. Yeah, you should get your son a copy of a 13 Skeletons book. It's amazing.
Yes.
I guarantee you he will love it, because I mean it's skeletons and Halloween, and the animation's beautiful. The story is awesome.
And we will promote that until the end of days.
Oh yeah, I will promote that until he has no more copies of that book, because that book is awesome.
And yeah, if you have kids and you're into Halloween, they should totally be into Halloween too. I mean, that's how I got started. My parents started me extremely young, and I enjoyed it very much. And you know, that I've told the story before, but I wanted to scare the other kids. I wasn't so worried about trick or treating. and anything I could do to pass that on to anybody else's kids.
I'm gonna try to get a link for 13
Jessica,
Skeletons book. Hopefully it doesn't blow up my laptop, but
the other hinge explodes and the screen goes flying across the cab. There's like s'mores remnants everywhere because Jessica, James is getting you a link. Just to let you know in case all my rambling and babbling.
I will say this: that book, the quality of that book is so good, and it feels good. Like touching, it's smooth and nice. It sounds stupid to say, but when you actually hold the book, you're like, damn, this is high quality. I work with the JCs. Nice. I'm still working on the link. It's just
let's see. Well, I'm like, I could talk for hours and hours and hours and bore the hell out of people. I have to pace myself with my crazy stories and half cracked out children.
Yeah.
Porn.
I mean, we can start winding it down anyway, because I'm noticing my speeds are getting throttled pretty hard, and I saw before I did this they limit how much you can use on their Wi-Fi before they throttle it like way down. So I have a feeling I'm approaching, because it's steadily gone down like about 100.
Is it a permanent throttle, or is it like once you disconnect you?
It's a daily. It's a daily like allotment, I guess.
Oh, I gotcha. Well, we'll do that. We'll get the 13 Skeleton links out for the book. 13. You're very welcome. You have no idea. Thank you so much for once again coming. Sorry again that Tristan had to be sick and bail on us.
Yeah.
And I say that in a really nice way, honestly. We will get him on here. There we go. There's a link right there. It's real easy, 13skeletons.com.
And I think there's even a preview of the book, like a couple pages on their website. Beautiful website, of course. Everything about that book is awesome.
Oh, and before we super wrap it up,
Jabby.
Wait, that's how I know you guys are old, when you get excited about.
It's a children's book, but it's an amazing book. It's just awesome.
It's a children's book, Jabby. You're still a kid. You should buy one. But before we do wind up, I want to let everyone know that folks that ordered stuff, James, especially James, is keeping up almost daily on the progress. Even the new print provider we use is having some issues just because of volume and the pandemic, but things are rolling.
Yep, everything right now is in production or pre-shipment. Like they already have tracking numbers.
Yeah. And you should be getting emails about that. If you are not getting updates, let us know, and we will see what's going on, like automatic updates from your order. But things are rolling, and James has been awesome with.
Yeah, to crack some heads because they were not delivering on the promise, and now they are. So everything's okay.
Yeah.
I just I had to deal with a little bit of stuff from these people, but
we went all Halloween Mafia. Well, James did. So
yeah, everything is either being printed right now or it's already done and already has a shipping tracking number, which you should get. And if you don't get it, just send me a message. You can send the message to a Haunters Anonymous page, and I'll get it. And I can send you the tracking number. But,
so that was the big news too, and I meant to actually say that earlier. But yeah, James is doing a brilliant job keeping up with all that. So I want to thank him on this stream for doing all that. But before James goes down to 0.21 dirty watts with his internet, Once again, we're going to wind it up. We do apologize for Tristan. We hate that he got sick, and we'll keep you up, make sure he's okay. We'll reschedule him and let you know. As always, though, thank you all for coming in. It is always appreciated. Thank you for listening to my crazy ass stories. There's plenty more that came from. And thank you so much. And I hand off as usual to James.
Yes, thank you guys for stopping by, and we will definitely get him rescheduled on another night whenever he's available. You know, super busy dude. So thank you again. Check out 13 Skeletons website for the book. It's an amazing book. I literally cannot say enough good things about it. And don't forget to check out our website to go check out the merch. Everything is on there, is good to go, and orders are being processed. So it's still a little bit of time, being added. But yeah, stuff's still being added.
Yeah.
But other than that, thank you guys, and we will be back on Friday night. And have a good evening, everyone.
Yeah, have a great one. Thank you so much again, and be excellent to each other.